So hello, this is the clawitzer team. I battled for like 3 hours right now and I went on pretty huge tilt. So if you want to see me going salty like crazy, you can look at the full laddering session video. I got pretty salty. But we managed to get a 1500, as you're gonna see at the end of this video. So what is the idea about clawitzer? So clawitzer is unique in one job, and that it can't So the idea behind clawitzer is it can terrain pulse the Kaiga and Fini for one shot if it's in grassy terrain, because it's 100 base power attack and mega launcher boosted to stab level. So it's super effective stab, 100 base power attack, special attack. So like that's pretty huge coming from this special attack, even though it doesn't look that high because I didn't max it out. It's still one shot both Fini and Kaiga, so it's pretty good at that. And what else does it do? Well, it can dark pulse the Cataract Shadow Rider for big damage. Actually, this is a different variant of the team I wanted to show you, excuse me. But yeah, my opinion still stands on this. I believe this thing. Yeah, this one. So the first idea was to just craft Assault Blast. So not only I just take care of Kaiga, but even with Thunder, Mid Blast from Fini doesn't do any damage. But Dark Pulse with Max Darkness, or like even without Max Darkness, does big damage to Cataract Shadow Rider. And with Assault Blast, we're gonna take the attacks from Cataract Shadow Rider pretty well. And Water Pulse boosted by Rain and Mega Launcher gives me like 90 base power Water Pulse. And like that's pretty huge. We can KO Incineroars with that pretty easily. And do big damage to stuff like Zacian and pretty much anything else. The clawitzer is not just a monotone Pokemon though. It can use not only it has combo with Rillaboom and Kaiga with Terrain Pulse and Water Pulse respectively. It learns Aqua Jet, so it can self-proc the Colossal Steam Engine, which then gives it +6 speed, procs the weakness pulses, so it's absolutely powerful behemoth. It reaches over 360 speed with the max speed investment. It's supposed to be a surprise element because we actually, without Timid, we would not be able to outspeed Thundurus or Tornadus and Talon, but with max speed Timid, we actually do, so it's kind of like best of one tech this team got. G-Max Volclade is ridiculous, Heat Wave, Max Flare, actually protects it from water type attacks, and Grass Max Overgrowth actually KOs weaker water types. Incineroar and Rillaboom are also have a glue on the team, so we actually get the grassy terrain in. Other than that, this is pretty standard set. Best of one tech with Cover Berry, Grassy Glide is powerful, Fake Out plus Protect for maximum utility, and some special defense investment, so it doesn't fall to a single special attack. Incineroar is the most standard set possible. Snarl is for Dialga teams, because they give us a bit of a trouble, as Max Quake is Coalossal and Kaiga doesn't deal that much damage. We got Snarl and Parnic Shot to deal with that, and Flare Blitz is also pretty useful against some teams. And Zapdos is like sleeper pick on this team. I don't think it's very good. I made a revision to the team I'm going to go over in just a second, and yeah, it was better. The Thundurus was better. But Focus Sash gives it from, again, best of one tech potential. Close Combat Brave Blood are great stabs coming from Defiant, which can... I'm gonna say, Zapdos led against a lot of teams that expected either Kaiga plus Clawitzer, Clawitzer plus Rillaboom, or Clawitzer plus Coalossal. But Zapdos caught a lot of opponents off guard, and so for example they led with Incineroar and I just caught them off guard, got a Defiant boost and just swept the game with Max Airstreams and Max Knuckles. And Max Quake was pretty good for some, again, Dialga teams, and it hits Zacian a bit harder than Max Knuckle did. So yeah, that's... Oh yeah, I also got Max Speed Timid Scarf Kaiga. Without Timid, you actually, with Choice Scarf, you do not actually outspeed Zacian with Modest Scarf. So I added Timid Scarf, so we outspeed stuff like Calyrex, Shadow Rider as well. And other than that, the moves are self-explanatory. Thunder and Ice Beam from coverage, Origin Pulse after Water Spout gets weaker. Water Spout is my main spam move. So not much has changed in the second revision of the team. Thundurus is just very much more reliable in job what it does. It beats the Lapras teams a bit better because Lapras gets hit by Max Lightning, which is more than 30 base power, and Max Knuckle is only 95 base power. Max Airstream still one-shot stuff like Incineroar on opponent's team with Life Orb after they get Defiant Beast, so it's still like, it still preserves the counteract ability of Zapdos, Max Knuckle, which one-shotted the Incineroar even without Life Orb. Superpower is for coverage move, so yeah, it's like my new Defiant Pokemon to catch opponent off guard. I added Assault Vest to Rillaboom, which was absolutely fantastic choice because it allowed me to beat the Cataract Shadow Rider just so much more reliably, because Clawitzer was weak on the, against the Thundurus and Eleki, the Cataract Shadow Rider teams I got, so... And, I mean, Thundurus is still kind of annoying for Rillaboom, but at least we just completely ignore the Regieleki now. Max Darkness easily one-shots Cataract Shadow Rider in Dynamax form. Woodhammer, so basically Max Airstream plus Woodhammer should be able to KO Polka, which otherwise gave this team a lot of trouble. As again, Coalossal doesn't do much damage, like Kyger just tickles it. So yeah, it's also important to just add this stack against Polka, but Max Airstream plus Woodhammer. And Grassy Gladius again, great utility if he did not Dynamax. And Assault Vest gave it incredible bulk. Much better to carry the Assault Vest on Rillaboom than Clawitzer. And yes, Clawitzer had great trouble dealing with, this team overall got big trouble dealing with Rillaboom and Reindeer Berry on Clawitzer. So basically Rillaboom could previously Grassy Glide Clawitzer before it could use Aqua Jet on the Coalossal. And then Coalossal is real slow and can just get picked off by basically everything in the game. So adding Reindeer Berry not only allowed me to survive additional turn, not only made me be able to run Protect, because the counteraction of Karak Shadow Rider is carried by Rillaboom knockoff, so I no longer need the Dark Pulse, which allowed me to run Protect, which made Clawitzer a lot more consistent. We still got Terrain Pulse, but Water Pulse, great coverage, and Reindeer Berry allowed me to survive at least one hit from Rillaboom, which allowed me to attack one more time, or get at least the Aqua Jet in the Coalossal, which I feel is much better. And the rest of the team is left unchanged. So that's the team with Clawitzer. Hopefully you're gonna enjoy the replays, and I'll catch you next time. See ya!